little episode again for today. It's Sunday, a much cooler day than what we had yesterday with the excessive heat. I hope you can all see the video clearly. I think maybe the camera needs to be turned a tad further. Sorry about that, but I'm going to have my face on here, it's going to look right. So thank you for that. McBob's okay, today we'll be talking a little bit more about this SP125c I built. Let's give it all up. The cars going past here. That's the 125c that I have here. It's the same as the one I built for Neil Only. He completed with the 2008 New South Wales Transport Racing Association Riders and Dundog. This all was prepared when you go up there and enter that race. There's a few more little improvements that Neil still doesn't have. A chain brake that actually works. The one on Neil's saw didn't. Here's the safety officer in charge of the association up there, it still is. And I said to him, I said, how can you race that sort of when it doesn't pass the safety requirements? He said to me, well, Bob, he said, they can be going up to ask me if it works. So I thought, that's a bit deceitful, really. I thought safety standards do a lot higher than that, and all sorts to be checked. So the saw was faulty with that complete. But chain brake makes that instant like that the saw will run, and it still run very competitively. This one has operable chain brake, so it's quite safe to use. I only run a short 10 series cutter bar on this, with sprocket nose, and I prepped the race chain for it, ready to complete. But on the day Neil decided to go in with his saw, so I wouldn't argue with him, and we used his saw. The idea of this one was to give you an idea of what it looks like with a chain brake on it, all set up ready to run. The engine, as I said, is stock standard. The only thing it has done to it has been the intake has been changed to that sloper manifold, the V4 reblock, and the fitting of a VDC 14 petrol carburetor. Makes a big difference in performance, and we showed that. So this saw is still competitive even today. And with a good operator and a well set chain, I can't see why I still can't be a winner for a lot of people. I know parts are getting a bit hard to get for these old saws. I'm a bit more fortunate. Over the last 7 or 8 years I've collected a whole lot of parts for these saws. Spare pistons, barrels, I have brand new cylinders here for the saw, heaps of pistons. I also have a range of removable cylinders and oversized pistons for those. To keep this saw going, what I'll do now is I'll take the top cover off, and you can see how easy that all goes in there. And cover up, basically put that egg for the cover back on it. Oh, they clip the camera. Okay. So now we can see here now what's required inside that airbox. You can see the thin gauge push right there for the throttle. All fits in there nice and snug. Just what we wanted. No one was any the wiser. And it's set up the same as what Neil's saw was. This one's probably a little bit better with the throttle because I used a different type of throttle rod. I see Neil blunted along a piece of that brass welding rod, thin down to fit. I said it hadn't been changed. Sometime later when he gave me the parts back, and I said the damage that was done to that intake manifold when the engine exploded, his engine couldn't be used anymore, it's been destroyed. So I have the original slab of manifold, a reblock, and the carburetor back here. So that sort of can't be replicated in his hands unless he gets all that stuff again from the States. There's virtually nothing on the outside that will give the saw away. It's pretty hard to pick up the fact that it's got a slab of manifold in it, unless you really know what to look for. So it goes under the visually standard class, or modified production hot saw, at the over 100cc group. I'll give a bit of a look at my chain that I prepped for the race. I do a bit more work than what Neil does. I'm a bit fussier. I've seen his race chains, and yeah, it can be a damn sight quicker. You only put a bit more work into them. These ones, as like Buck and Billy Ray says, you go clean the gullet. Well, the gullet's been right out, T-bone in this case, completely gone. The chain's come right back. The back of the chain has been taken off. The only thing that's got to be done now is the rake has got to be set. We'll do that for the size timber that we have, or the type of timber. We only have a short 16-inch bar on because that'll get through the logs in question. So why waste power driving a much longer bar? We're quite happy with what that is there. This saw would turn, when tuned on a day, probably between 12.5 to 13.5 RPM. This is a torque saw. This is not a gut scream piston ported thing. It's got a reblock in it, so this saw will keep pulling and pull hard when it gets to the middle of the log, and that's important to have a saw that can maintain that power level, because if you're going to be excited during the race and you start pushing, the RPM drop, and that's not something that we want on this saw. So hopefully that, well, the saw did prove it can do the job, so you should continue to do that in the future, provided we have a good operator and a good sharp chain on it. Okay then guys, now the other thing I want to show you, just excuse the camera for a second. I went and bought a nice clock a few years ago that was presented to the Henty brothers in New York, and I thought that looked very dapper sitting on my lounge room wall, and I think it epitomises all the late model McCullochs. It shows the 10 series, it shows the 300 series, 600 series, and the derivatives of those saws. There's a 1010 there as well. I don't know what the reason for the clock was, whether it was a presentation for amount of sales, maybe the way the dealership was presented, but anyway, it has been done, and it was given to the Henty brothers of New York. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and each time I do one, I'll probably include some sort of knick-knack to go with it, to add a little more to the video clip I'll put up. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy the cool weather that's around here today and get on and get a few things done. So thank you for your time, fellas. Please click like and subscribe to my channel and enjoy some future movies. Okay, bye for now. See you, McBob's.